Welcome back, everybody. Adam Solowitz here. Today, we're going to be talking about how to step up your cooking game. All right, first is taste. There are 5 different tastes that the taste buds can pick up. And one is saltiness, sourness, bitterness, sweetness, and umami. Today, we're gonna focus on 3 of them: sweet, salty, and sour. So first, being salty. Salt can really enhance the flavor of any dish. When you're seasoning, you have to make sure that you add salt and pepper. So again, salt really enhances the flavor of dishes. So saltiness. 2 is sour. Now what is sour? Sour is citrus or acidity. Lemon juice, lime juice, orange juice, vinegar, things of that nature can really brighten any dish. You'll be cooking and you'll taste something and you'll be like, oh my gosh, it's missing something. I think it needs more salt. But in all reality, try adding a splash of lemon juice and it'll really brighten up the dish and add tons and tons of flavor. Last but not least is sweetness. Now sweetness just lights up those pleasure centers in your brain, right? Anytime you eat something sweet, it's almost like a little endorphin rush. You know, sweet sugar is addictive, so sweetness is key. Now, how do all those 3 flavors help enhance your dish? Well, sourness, right, or acidity. If I'm making something that's sweet and I want to brighten it up, I'm gonna add a little bit of acidity to it, a little bit of citrus to it. You know, you have a cheesecake that's super creamy and super rich, but then you add a little bit of lemon, right? It just makes it that much more amazing because it's just adding a whole nother dimension to the taste. Now, saltiness we touched on. If I'm making something sweet, like I said, I'll add a little bit of salt to it. Just like salted caramel, it just enhances the flavor of any pastry dish. Now, the same thing holds true for any savory dish. If I am making something like, say, a marinara or a tomato sauce, I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar to it because it's not just gonna enhance the flavor, it's gonna cut down on the acidity a little bit. So just remember that. Sweet, salty, and sourness really go hand in hand when you're making or cooking food. Next is texture. So texture is huge. I'm a big texture person. If I'm sitting down eating something, it just can't taste good, but it has to have texture to it. So what is texture? Texture is crunchiness, creaminess, smoothness. So if I'm eating, say, a Caesar salad, right? Salad is crunchy. Just add a little bit of avocado to your Caesar salad because the creaminess of the avocado just kicks it up that much more. Now, the same thing holds true if you're eating, say, a bowl of creamy soup, right? The richness, the creaminess of the soup is amazing, but what can really step it up is adding a little bit of crunch. Whether it be like a little brioche toast, a little crouton, something along those lines, will add that texture to the dish. So next is presentation. It just doesn't have to taste good, it should look good too, right? And not just that, if it looks good and doesn't taste good, well, that's just a whole nother problem. Presentation is key. Some tips and tricks for presentation is colors. I'm a big color person. When I look at a dish, I like those colors to pop. For example, if you take a look at the salmon, the cured salmon dish that I made about a week ago, and I'll post a link probably up here so you can take a look at it. If you look at the colors of that dish, they popped. You have yellows, greens, purple, pink, and they just all contrast each other very well. So when you're looking at plating a dish, make sure that you take the colors of the product that you're using into play. Next is product. The product that you're using in the food that you're making. Product plays a huge part because you don't want to put crappy product into the food that you're making, right? So when you go to the grocery store, take a look at what you're buying, especially when it comes to produce. double and triple check the produce that you're bringing home to make sure it's the best possible product that you can get. So here I have some examples. I have some avocado, cilantro, onion, tomato, jalapeno. When you're at the grocery store and you're looking at the product, like here's an avocado, right? Now, you don't want it to be too hard, because if it's too hard, it's not ripe. Now, if it's too soft, it's overripe. Same thing, cilantro, any fresh herb. So one of the things I look at is I'll take a look at the leaves of the herb. I don't want them to be bruised. I don't want them to be black. I want to make sure that they're bright green, fresh, have an amazing smell. So, or very fragrant is probably the better term. And get that best possible product, I guarantee you it's going to make your dishes that much better. Last but not least is research. Research plays a big part into anything that you make. And the internet is probably the #1 tool to use to research any dish. And a tool that I use, or a book that I have used for many years being a professional chef, is this one right here. And this is a digital copy of the Flavor Bible. Say you want to use fennel and you're having a hard time of, oh my God, what goes well with fennel? So you go flip through the Flavor Bible and look for fennel, and it'll give you a list of tons of ingredients that go really well with fennel. This is a great tool that I think any professional cook and any home cook should have in their arsenal. All right, and there we have it. A few different ways to step up your cooking game. Whether you're a professional chef or an at-home cook, I guarantee you, if you follow these simple methods, it's gonna take your cooking game to the next level. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out. And my name is Solowitz, and remember to eat well.